Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Erin. For today's yoga practice, other than your mat, the only thing I suggest you having would be a cushion for your knees if you have knee sensitivity, or a blanket works as well. We will be coming to mountain pose, so we'll be standing for just a little bit. If you do have any issues with balance, make sure you're standing next to a wall or using a chair for support. To get started, you can sit in any comfortable seat, legs out in front of you, legs crossed, or sitting on your legs if that's more comfortable. Whatever seat you decide to sit in, just make sure you're sitting up nice and tall in your seat. You want to feel as though you're lengthening through your spine. There's a string pulling from the top of your head, making you sit up tall. Let's come to our breath as we settle into our practice. If you feel comfortable, bringing one hand to your chest and one hand to your stomach. Maybe you close your eyes or you just have a soft gaze. Taking an inhale through your nose. Once you're at the top of your breath, exhaling through your nose. Do that a few more times here. If you would close your eyes, you can go ahead and softly blink your eyes back open. Bringing your hands down by your sides, we'll start linking our breath with our movement. So as you come to your next inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Bring your palms together. As you come to your exhale, slowly bring your hands down to the center of your chest. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, bringing your arms together. Palms come together. Exhale, bringing your hands down to the center of your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, bringing arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together. Hands come down to the center of your chest. Inhale. This time we'll come to side bend as we come to our exhale, dropping our left hand down, reaching over to our left side with our right arm. Inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, we'll go to the other side. We'll do it a couple more times each way. Remember to keep breathing as you move. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale as you bend and reach over to your right. One last time each way. And bringing your arms down by your sides. Let's extend our legs out in front of us if you haven't already done so. And we're just going to point and flex our toes. So pointing our toes towards us and then pointing them away from us. And you can always bring your hands down by your sides or even a little bit back behind you for a little support here. Then we'll do some ankle circles. I know you can't actually see my feet. I'm trying to scoot back so you can see them. Just circling your feet here. And then change the direction the opposite way. Then we'll shake it out. Now transitioning, we're going to come to a tabletop position. So take your time. Coming to your tabletop position. Now, if you do have the knee sensitivity, this is where you would grab your cushion or your blanket. You can always fold your mat up as well for a little bit more support. Coming into your tabletop, make sure you have your hips in line with your knees and your shoulders in line with your wrist. You can have your toes tucked or untucked, whichever one is more comfortable for you. Coming to our cow first, tipping your tailbone up, dropping your belly down, lifting your head and chest to look forward as you inhale. And then as you come to your cat, reversing that, tucking your tailbone, rounding through your back, and dropping your head down as you exhale. Coming back to your cow. Go at your own pace here, so if you want to move a little faster, or maybe you're taking it slow today, remember to keep breathing as you move through these poses here. Inhaling, filling up as you come through to your cow, and exhaling as you come through to your cat. We'll go for a couple more rounds here. Coming through to our last round. And then coming to a neutral spine. Setting up for downward dog. Walk your hands, one handprint forward. If you don't already have your toes tucked, go ahead and tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back. And then maybe you have a slight bend here through your knees to accommodate any tightness you have on the backside of your legs. Now coming to do a form check here. Make sure you have your fingertips spread out wide. The creases of your elbows are spinning out. Letting your head drop between your arms here. Making sure your shoulders are back and away from your ears. Pushing your hips up and back towards the ceiling. And again, like we said, you can have a slight bend in your knees to accommodate any tightness you have along the backside of your legs. We're going to come to pedaling our feet here. So lifting one heel up more, bending through your one knee, and then straightening the other leg. Take your time as you go through this, moving at your own pace. We'll go through a couple more rounds. If you're like me, you might hear some clicks and clacks here from your knees and ankles. Now let's come to stillness. Look forward, come onto your tippy toes, and slowly taking your time, walking your feet rather to your hands. Take a moment here to fold. Again, you can have a nice bend through your knees, so the backs of your legs, if you have any tightness there, that helps with that. Coming to your next inhale, taking your time here, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way up to standing. Once you get to standing, coming to our mountain pose. If you are uneasy when you're standing, come to a wall or use a chair. So standing in our mountain pose, you have your feet about hip width apart. Feet are nice and flat on the ground. Spin your arms out so your palms are facing forward here. And then stand up nice and tall, shoulders down away from your ears. Head is in a neutral position. Take a moment here, take a breath. Now we're going to keep moving. So still standing up nice and tall. We're going to come to a forward fold. So slowly inhale, bringing your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging from your hips, coming forward. Have a nice soft bend through your knees. We're going to fold halfway here, resting our forearms on our legs. Now, if this feels really great, stay here. But if you want to go further, you can slowly bring your hands down, only if that feels good for you in your forward fold. Now, wherever you're at, we're going to slowly start to roll back up, straightening our legs as we do so, coming all the way back up to standing. Once your head comes up, arms up overhead, and then exhale, we're going to fold again. Hinging from our hips, taking your time, remember your options. Forearms to thighs, or coming all the way down. Wherever you're at, slowly come all the way back down to your mat. And then we're going to set up here for a 45-45, so little stretch for our hips here. We'll start with our left leg in front first. So bending your left leg and bringing your right leg out to the side with your right knee bent as well. Flex through both feet. Adjust yourself here. Maybe you need to bring your legs a little closer together, or maybe you can have them a little further apart. Whatever feels good for you and your body. Sit up nice and tall here, bringing your arms out to your sides. Take a moment here, taking a breath. And then slowly walk your hands forward, only going as far as that feels good for you. Coming back to your breath here. And then wherever you're at, staying low, staying in your little forward fold here, we're going to walk our hands to our left side. Coming to a little side stretch here. And just a little deeper into our 45-45. And then slowly coming back through to center. And on your next inhale, bringing yourself back to an upright position. Bring your hands behind you. And then slowly bring your feet out in front of you, bending your knees, having your feet flat on your mat. We'll drop our legs all the way over to our right side. And then coming through center, we'll drop into our left side. Because I like it so much, we'll do it one more time. And then let's set up on the other side. So right leg comes in front of you. Left leg comes out to your side. Again, readjust yourself so you are comfortable. Make sure you have your feet flexed. Slowly walk your hands forward as you exhale, hinging forward, only coming as far as it feels good for you. And then staying low here, we will walk our hands all the way to our right, only going as far as that feels good. Remember to keep breathing here. And slowly coming back through to center. Taking a breath here before we move on. The next inhale, walking your hands back so you come back to an upright position. Bring your hands behind you. We'll come to our little windshield wiper move here. So feet flat, knees bent. Drop your legs to your left. Come through center. Drop them through to your right. Do it one more time. And then slowly make your way all the way down onto your back. Keep your knees bent here as we're going to set ourselves up for bridge pose. So you want to have your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. Make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Now, two options for your arms. You can have your arms flat by your sides or have your elbows bent so you're pressing into your elbows here for support. So whichever one works best for you. As we come to our next inhale, we're going to lift our hips straight up towards the ceiling. So grounding through your feet, pressing your feet into the ground. Inhale, lift your hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Keep breathing. We'll hold it for a count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Slowly release back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So take a breath here. Ground through your feet. Next inhale, push your hips straight up towards the ceiling. And then again, we'll hold it for a count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Slowly release back down. We only got 1 more time. So take a breath here. Next inhale, hips come straight up. Squeeze through your glutes. Maybe you come up just a little bit higher this time. Holding it for 1, for 2, and 3. Slowly come back down. Bring your knees into your chest. And then extend out your left or right leg. Grabbing hold of your left leg with your right hand. We're going to slowly bring our left leg across to our right side of our body. Come into a little twist here. Bring your left arm in line with your shoulder. And then if it feels good, you can turn your head to your left for a little added stretch. And it's okay if your leg doesn't touch the ground here. Only my foot is actually touching the ground. And then if you turn your head, bring your head back to center. Unwind your legs. And then extend out your left leg. Bring your right leg in. Grab hold of your right leg with your left hand. Extending out your right hand in line with your shoulder. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your right leg across to the left side this time. And then for an extra stretch, you can turn your head to look to your right. Remember to keep breathing here. Then bringing your head back to neutral position. Slowly unwind. Bring both legs in toward your chest. Take your time rolling all the way over to your right side, and then coming up to a seated position. We'll do just a few more stretches here. Bring your legs out wide. Do a nice stretch for the inside seams of our legs here. So with your legs out as wide as it feels good for you, point through your toes so your toes are up towards the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall. As you come to your exhale, slowly bring your hands in front of you and walk forward, only going as far as it feels good for you. No need to hunch forward, but you still have a nice long spine as you're hinging forward here. To come to your next inhale, slowly bring your hands back towards you. So you come to an upright, close your legs. We'll come to our forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, lengthening through your torso. Exhale, hinging from your hips. Let your hands frame your legs here. And then maybe go for an ankle grab, or if you can grab your feet, go ahead and grab your feet. Make sure your shoulders are back and down away from your ears. Next inhale, slowly roll up to a seated position, and then come to whatever seated position is most comfortable for you. That's with your legs out in front of you, or coming to a cross-legged position. We'll end out our practice here. Just a moment to pause on our mat before closing out. So having your eyes open or closed, whichever one's more comfortable for you. Taking a moment to breathe here. Let's all take a nice inhale through our nose. And then exhale, open your mouth and let it out. So sigh. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through your nose. And open your mouth. Let it out. You close your eyes, softly blink your eyes open. To end out our practice, let's bring our palms together in the center of our chest. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I will see you again next time. Bye.